5:10 in the morning. We're at the Novotel Melbourne Airport preparing for our economy flight on JAL, Japan Airlines, through to Narita Airport. Leaves at 7:30.
At least it's a day flight.
It's a day flight, but we decided to come out to the airport the night before and spend the night here at the Novotel. Pretty short queues at the economy check-in, which is good. All right, all checked in. Off to departures.
Through passport control without any difficulty. That's right, and now we get extruded all across the duty-free.
Extruded into duty-free. Okay, so we're going to kill a bit of time pre-flight at the Qantas Business Lounge down here in the basement. So Stuart's pleased with himself because after 2 trips to London this year, he's finally qualified as Gold, Qantas Gold,
Not pleased
or One World Sapphire. Well, you're pleased with yourself because you've entered the lounge under your own right, rather than
I just expect lounge access.
rather than latching onto my membership. So he gets to enjoy unlimited vol-au-vents and coffees. And so after a quick breakfast, our flight was called, departing from Gate 4. For today's flight, we are seated in 19A and 19C, which is 1 row back from the bulkhead row. This 787 has a 242 layout, which is a major attraction because it means there is no middle seat to fight over. The seat features a 10.6-inch screen with a USB port. You receive a blanket and pillow, and there is a coat hook and these headphones. The touchscreen reacts quickly, and there is a selection of Western and Japanese content. There are plenty of storage spaces, and legroom is good for economy with a seat pitch of 84 centimetres. There is a universal power socket shared between the 2 seats. Pushback at 7:40, so 15 minutes behind schedule. Not long after takeoff, the crew came through to offer us a morning beverage. It was a bit early in the morning for a Chivas Regal, so I settled in for a soda water, while Stuart had a green tea. So Stuart's been very authentic and is having green tea with his... I'm guessing these might be wasabi peas or something.
I hope so.
So not wasabi peas, they're rice crackers. So my first impressions of the JAL economy on the 787-800 is that you definitely notice the wider seat width compared to Singapore Airlines and Qantas. I've flown the 787 on both Singapore Airlines and Qantas. They squeeze 9 people across. So the seat width is, I think, about 17 inches. Here you get that extra inch of width, and it's definitely noticeable. It's not premium economy level of comfort, but just that little bit of extra space makes it a far more pleasant journey.
Thank you for calling Japan Airlines, one of the Alliance member. This is First Officer Nishitani speaking from flight deck.
So the pilot's announcement in Japanese went for about 5 minutes. In English, it went for about 30 seconds. Basically, welcome aboard, keep your seatbelt fastened, we'll get there at 4:30, have a good flight. And not long after the drinks were served, the crew came through again with the meal. So there was a choice of stir-fried noodle and prawn, or a Western breakfast, eggs and sausages. Show me the miso soup. Let's have a look. There we go, miso soup. Hot cutlery and chopsticks. There we go.
They're coming around with the chocolate ice cream.
I sort of did, but there you go. Unexpectedly, chocolate ice cream for breakfast.
It's never too early for chocolate ice cream.
No. Yeah, the coffee service came through. Okay, so here we are in the toilet on the 787. I have to say it's been a pretty good trip so far. 2 hours in, had our breakfast. Breakfast was very tasty. Seats are comfortable. It's a noticeable difference being 8 across instead of 9 across. There's sufficient leg room, and the service has been really good so far. I mean, it probably helps because we're in the second row from the front, so it's all been quick, but service has been efficient and very friendly. So this is the toilet, as you'd expect, fairly standard aircraft toilet. It's a changing table there, a toilet. What have we got? We've got some soaps and some sanitizer. Mirror, not actually a full-length mirror, it's a sort of a 2/3 length mirror, but that should be enough. But it's clean. And one feature not immediately obvious in the bathroom is that the toilet has a bidet function. And when we were about 2 hours out of Tokyo, the crew came through again with the second meal service. Stuart's very pleased. He's got 0 alcohol beer. All free. Perfect. Okay, so we're 2 hours out of Tokyo. We've been flying for 8 hours now. Dinner or lunch, whatever it is, has just been served. Interestingly, there was no choice. You were just given the meal. The main meal was a vegetarian pasta. It came with a non-dairy coconut yogurt. So far so good for the vegans out there. But then it came with a salad with a lump of chicken on top as well. So I guess if you order a vegetarian meal, they'd probably just remove the chicken off the potato salad. But it was very tasty, and I have to say quite welcome after 8 hours. But so far, I think the flight in economy has been really quite comfortable. Probably the best economy experience we've had. Would you say it's the best economy experience you've had?
There's very good leg room. Very good leg room and enough width. You've got a bit more space around you in Japanese Airlines economy.
Yes. It's a bit counterintuitive because they're not very large people necessarily, unless it's built for the sumo wrestling team. I didn't watch too much of the in-flight entertainment. Although Stuart did. You watched a Marvel movie, right?
Yes, I did.
There you go, a Marvel movie. Service has been friendly. You need to be clear with your communication. It was very good that they had a 0 alcohol beer for Stuart. I think that's almost the first flight you've done where they've served a zero alcohol beer. He's, if you want to go back through our videos, he's asked on every flight, and we're expecting the answer to be no, but she went back to the galley and found a Japanese zero beer called All Free. I wonder who it's made by.
Suntory.
It's a Suntory product. There you go. So a number of highlights of this flight: the zero alcohol beer, food's been good, and the bidet function of the washroom is definitely a specialty and a unique factor, I think, that Japan Airlines offer. Although it's only in the central toilet, it's not in the rear toilet. So there, you know, that's good to know. Some good tips here on the in-flight manners video. Here we are in Tokyo.
Yeah, I reckon that was not too bad at all.
Not too bad at all for the price. All right. Okay, through passport control and immigration in about 45-50 minutes.
Yep.
Yeah, and we're now on our way to catch the Narita Express. Very good.
Not too hard.
Not too bad at all.
Decent shows and stuff to
And, all right. So now we've got a half an hour wait for our Narita Express because we're going to Shinjuku, not just to Tokyo.
And it,
Please stand behind the yellow line for safety.
yeah. Straight, we're underway.
Almost there.